David Tafuri joins us, former foreign policy advisor to the Obama campaign and a former State Department official. David, welcome. First, you got to start with the fact that when the president sat with Vladimir Putin, Putin lied. I mean, bald-faced lie to, by all accounts, to the president's face about Russian interference. Having said that, do you think the president could put that aside and that we can build a constructive relationship with Putin? Is that even possible?
Well, it would be nice. I fully agree with you that Putin was dishonest to President Trump. This latest information from President Trump is really confusing. I follow this really closely, and I really can't figure out what Trump's position is on Russia and the Russia hacking. You know, the day before he met with Putin, he suggested that maybe it wasn't Russia again, but before that he seemed to be moving towards the conclusion that our intelligence agencies had back in January, that Russia did hack, and it did so purposefully to interfere in our election and to hurt Hillary Clinton's chances of winning. Notably, Secretary of State Tillerson agreed with that in May. Then Trump goes into this meeting with Putin. He claims afterwards that he forcefully confronted Putin on this, but then Putin's foreign minister said that that didn't happen and that actually Trump accepted Putin's denial. And then Trump comes forward and says he wants to have a cybersecurity task force and somehow cooperate with Russia. And it's like asking a burglar who has burglarized your home to then join you in securing and protecting your home and giving them more access to your home. It really doesn't make any sense.
Well, it's not happened. I mean, obviously, it's not going to happen. But take a look at some of the facts. And you've got the president ordering that airstrike against Syria because of the chemical weapons situation. Secretary of State Tillerson has been in Ukraine, you know, pumping up and supporting the Ukrainian government against the Kremlin there. You also have other actions that the president has been taking. Sanctions not dropped. There's the sanction bill in the Senate that's now sitting in the House. I mean, you've got other areas where this administration is basically, some say, very strong against Russia, despite all these other allegations.
Well, I agree with the missile attack on Syria that Trump did. I think it was important that he did it. We just had this excellent reporting from your reporter in Israel on the new ceasefire with Syria. But it's a dubious ceasefire that was rushed out of this meeting with Putin. It's not at all clear that it's going to be successful or effective. Notably, the part of Syria that it now is engaged in that creates a ceasefire is a part that U.S.-backed forces already controlled. So it's not even clear how this will help. And as your reporter mentioned,
you think it's a gimme to Assad and to Russia? That
it could be. It could be in the future, because as your reporter suggested, they haven't even worked out the details. And one of the details that needs to be worked out is who is going to actually police the ceasefire. And what I'm hearing is that they're talking about having Russian police the ceasefire. So it would actually be inviting Russia and perhaps even Iran, Russia's ally in Syria, into this area. That's why Israel is concerned about this.
Exactly. What would that mean? Because I was up there. John Huddy is at the border right at this moment. We just saw him, and I was up there a couple of weeks ago. I mean, you've got the Iran-Shia crescent. You've got Hezbollah, thousands and thousands of missiles. Do you fear that this type of ceasefire agreement could give Iran and Hezbollah that opening coordinated with Moscow that they would need to be right on Israel's border?
I absolutely do, and there's plenty of reason to fear it. You were just there. You know how complicated the situation is and how precarious it is, and Israel has already seen some incursions from Assad-backed forces. Israel is very worried about it. You have the excellent reporting by John Huddy noting that Israel's concern about this, and although Iran is precluded from going in there right now, in the future, if Russia controls that area, Iran certainly will go back in. That means Iranian-backed forces like Hezbollah, which would create more problems for Israel, and it would set back the overall goal, which is to achieve peace in Syria, which really requires a solution in Damascus, including Assad stepping down, and so we can have an actual compromise that would bring in both Assad's contingency, the Alawites, and the Sunni Arabs who have been fighting and been in civil war for over 5 years now.
Right now, that's not happening. I mean, Assad showing no sign of going, and Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel, of course, saying that Israel will broach nothing when it comes to the spillover that has happened on the Golan Heights. David Tafuri, thank you for your insight and joining us, and we'll certainly get back to you as this develops.
Thank you.